Welcome back to another YouTube video. Time to talk about NXT and AEW. NXT Chase U, Andre Chase and Duke Hudson versus Bryce Bronco Nima and Lucian Price. The new tag team win out the mud. They win. They get a tag title shot. Chase U still in debt. Are they gonna win this tag title match that they're gonna get? No, absolutely not. We had a couple of NXT year-end awards. Creed Brothers Tag Team of the Year, Tiffany Stratton Female Superstar of the Year, Ilya Dragunov Male Superstar of the Year. Then we had Noam Dar versus Josh Briggs for the Heritage Cup. Noam Dar wins. How did Noam Dar win? A DQ, obviously. Josh Briggs got the first ball though, off a powerbomb, and then yeah, Josh Briggs DQ'd himself because he hit Noam Dar with the bucket, and then the referee's like, yeah, DQ. And then Noam Dar wins the match as a whole because, a DQ in the Heritage Cup means the person that got the DQ loses as a whole. So, yeah. Anyway, Cora Jade versus Carmen Petrov. Cora Jade wins. Duh. Oh, yeah. And Braun Breaker versus Nathan Frazer happens. Yeah, it happens. Braun Breaker beats him. You know how it goes. Cora Jade wins, beats up Carmen Petrov a little bit more. Then Gigi Dolan comes out to make trade, so probably get a match with them. Who knows? Next week, we'll see. Lexis King versus Riley Osborne. Riley Osborne beat Lexis King. Why did he beat him? Because Lexis King got distracted by Trey Bearhill. I don't even know who Trey Bearhill is. Man, the only reason I know Riley Osborne is because they said he was in Chase U. So he's one of the Chase U guys, apparently. So there you go. Ava Rain, medical staff talking about Ilya Dragunov said, well, like uncertain on his condition or whatever, but later he signs a contract and he's like, yeah, nothing's gonna keep me down. So Ilya Dragunov, Trick Williams confirmed for next week. Contract got signed. You know how it goes. Yep. Then we had Braun Breaker beat Nathan Frazer. Blair Davenport and Lara Valkyria do a little sit down interview where they cut promos back and forth. You know how it goes. One of them says, I'm going to win the belt. And the other one says, I'm going to retain the belt. I'm going to do whatever it takes to be champion. I'm going to do whatever it takes to retain my title. Obi Fema versus Taven Heights. Don't know who either one of these people are, obviously. Obi Fema wins. So we're getting Obi Fema versus Riley Osborne for the NXT Breakout Tournament Finals. I guess the Chase U guy can win because why not? Joe Coffey, versus Joe Gacy. Joe versus Joe. Gacy versus Coffey. Joe Gacy wins. By the way, Gallus get attacked by Hank and Tank on the outside, so Joe Gacy picks up the win because Joe Coffey got distracted. Obviously, picks up the win with clothesline. What's next for Joe Gacy? No idea. What's next for Gallus? At least in the immediate future? Tag team match against Hank and Hank. Uh, yeah, the match was good, by the way. Dragon Lee and the Latino World Order interviewed backstage talking about how they're going to fight the No Quarter Catch crew next week. Electra Lopez comes to talk to them, and they're like, oh, hey, Electra Lopez, great to see you, yada, yada. And then commercial, and come back, and Eddie Thorpe versus Dijak, NXT Underground. Eddie Thorpe wins again. This isn't the last time that there's been a. Well, this isn't the first time that there's been a NXT Underground match that Eddie Thorpe won. Eddie Thorpe is now 2-0 in the NXT Underground matches. And then the Trick Williams and Ilya Dragunov contract signing that I talked about earlier. All right, let me go into AEW. Moxley and Eddie Kingston is going to be your match at World's End. Yeah, Mox won the triple threat. Eddie Kingston won his match against Bryan. Those matches were both awesome. And then we get Eddie Mox in New York. Will Eddie Kingston win? We'll find out. Who knows? I don't know. MJF. Slow Joe. Joe got taken out backstage. MJF lost the tag titles to the Devil's Henchmen. So whoever those guys are, the Devil's Henchmen are now tag team champions. Mariah May gives an interview basically saying she's going to debut in 2024. And oh, it's not showing me the full on results. That's weird. Anyway, whatever was going on the card. Adam Copeland and Christian do a sit down interview, which just turns into Adam Copeland attacking Christian and Nick Wayne. They fight all over the place. Yada yada yada. Who cares? Statlander and Sky Blue. Sky Blue beats Statlander because Julia Hart interferes, distracts Sky Blue. I think she punched her in the face when she was on the top rope, and then Sky Blue hit the code blue from the top rope, which was cool. Sky Blue won. Sky Blue and Julia Hart beat up Statlander more, and then Willow Nightingale comes out to make the save. Don Callis family celebration in the ring. They're celebrating Boxing Day, which is the day after Christmas for the Canadians. They're basically doing the usual Don Callis, here's a painting for you, here's a painting for you, here's a painting for you. Sammy Guevara comes back, here's a painting for you. Who told you to put my baby on that painting? Don Callis is like, oh, sorry. And then, Don Callis gets shoved down. Jericho comes out to save Sammy. Then Sting and Darby, they cut out the lights. Sting and Darby come out. They cut off the lights, and Sting and Darby appear in the ring. So, Sting, Darby, Jericho, Guevara versus Ricky Starks, Big Bill. They were out there attacking with the heels, by the way. Ricky Starks, Big Bill, Will Hobbs, and Kyle Fletcher. That's your 4-on-4 match for World's End. And then I pretty much talked about everything else. All those other matches, the triple threat, 1-on-1, the tag match, the women's match, women's segment. Oh, yeah. Abaddon came out during that Julia Hart Scott Blue thing to stare down the champion because Julia Hart is defending the championship against Abaddon. And Rio came out to chase away Mariah May, and then Mariah May was running, and Tony Storm came out to attack Rio from behind. Let me check World's End card. Let's see if we got the updated card here. All right, here we go. Joe and MJF. Samoa Joe's is going to win the belt, isn't he? MJF's kind of a little bit banged up right now. I can see Samoa Joe winning the belt. So, Joe wins the belt. Triple Crown, Kingston and Moxley. If Eddie Kingston loses in New York, that'd be crazy. I'm going with Eddie Kingston here. Julia Hart versus Abaddon. Julia Hart. Hook versus Wheeler Yuta. Hook can beat Wheeler Yuta. There's nothing stopping him. Hook from winning that match. Rio versus Tony Storm. Tony Storm's gonna win. Christian versus Adam Copeland. Adam Copeland should get the belt. That's my feeling. So I'll go Adam Copeland. Swerve versus Keith Lee. Keith Lee needs the win. Swerve, you'll be fine. Give Keith Lee the win. That's what I say. Miro versus Andrade. Miro, I guess. Why not? And then the 4-on-4 tag match with Guevara, Jericho, Sting, and Darby versus Ricky Starks, Big Bill, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Kyle Fletcher. Give the faces the win on that one. 20-man battle royal. The winner gets a TNT title shot. I don't know who's in it, so I'm just going to say a name. Scorpio Sky or Ethan Page. If they're in it, one of them could win. Sure. Anyway, that's everything. Be sure to like and subscribe. Happy wrestling, everybody. See you guys later. By the way, probably not going to be up here until what, January 1st, technically, because I watched World's End and then I would review it whenever I get a chance to. So, yeah. Well, no. Okay, the 31st is when I'd be up here last. So, yeah, I'll be up here on New Year's Eve to talk about World's End. Other than that, I'll see ya. So, be sure to like and subscribe. Happy wrestling, everybody. See you guys later.